All right, guys. So to recap, I know this video is out a little bit late. We had a very good game last Wednesday. Okay, so we're just gonna go over some of those key points that allowed you guys to be successful, and the goal will be to take some of those points away, and we'll start implementing those back into the game, so we can continue to see some good results. All right, here, especially on breakouts, let's be a little patient. And Michelle does the right thing by getting the puck wide. Okay. We didn't really have many options available, but we'll take that over a turnover in our zone any day. Okay, now one thing that happened here, Michelle, is when you rushed up, you left that open space behind you available. I have no problem with the D rushing up, but we got to make sure that we are making the plays. Okay, Nick does a good job getting it wide. Now here's an opportunity for a Gretzky curl. Now that's not necessarily a bad play, but Rika has immediate coverage on her, Jim. And this is something we did better last night, was we did a much better job getting our Gretzky curls in. And again, we see it from them too. They're just trying to get it wide and move it to the high slot. Didn't really work out too good. Okay, great patience here. Now right here, Rico, recognize where that pressure is coming from. Instead of trying to turn back where you just came from, let's move the puck to the other side of the ice. Okay, right here, we're running around a little bit too much. Michelle, you're a D. You're up in the centers area, or where the forwards should be, kind of just running amok. We got to be a little more disciplined within our positions. Good pressure here from Nick. Now we get the puck wide. Now this is a good chance to attack, which we do. Okay, that's a good take, and that's a good shot on net. But all that starts because Nick decides to go wide rather than attack them down the middle. So good end to that shift there. Starting off, we got the puck wide with speed, but now we do a drop. Perfect. Okay, everyone was where they were supposed to be. Rico goes to the net. Nick gets it wide, and Jim is supporting Nick on the high side, and that allowed us to get that drop pass and a scoring opportunity. Okay, good job getting it on net. Now right here, Nick is in a good position. He's high in the zone, and Rico and Jim are pressuring. So this is a very good forecheck. See, look, now we have numbers back. Okay, Nick stayed high. Now it's one attacker on three of our defenders. But Justin, we got to turn around forward here, guy. Nice job with that read, Jim. Now, Nick, you did get caught a little deep there. So as that forward coming back, you want to make sure that you're protecting the high slot in that scenario rather than just sinking down into the high slot. Okay, here we need to get some pressure on him, which we do, but we're missing a mark here. We got 14 in blue wide open, but now we even everything out. Okay, so now we're good. Now right here, Nick, that dark blue jersey in front of Rico is where you have to be, or one of the other defense has to be. So right now we're leaving the high slot open, which forces Rico to have to get down, and luckily she was in the right spot adjusting. Okay, but in an ideal situation, we should have another forward there rather than Rico. Okay, we get our Gretzky curl. Perfect down low. And now we have a chance to set something up. Now we don't necessarily get that chance, but if we notice, they're running around now, and that gives Justin the chance to drop down, and we see Jim go fill in the space where Justin just left. And that was a perfect adjustment. Boom. There's our 2D. Now let's look to go D to D. Okay, right here, Michelle, you kind of disappear out of the frame. Get a little bit closer to the Jim and start calling for the puck. We're going to have much more success. And again, that was a good play that you made, Jim, but we're going to have much more success if we can move the puck quickly D to D. Okay, everything looks good here. Now right there, Michelle, you got to get back to the front of the net. Okay, but everyone's looking pretty much covered. Now the D there, however, is getting a little bit too open. So our forwards are getting caught a little bit too deep in our zone. We have Nick with good support. We're going wide with speed. Now right here, we have both Rico and Jim driving the net. That's not a bad thing, but that's going to limit Nick's options. Okay, good hold there from Michelle. Now right there, Michelle, if you can make a play rather than just smack it back in, get your head up ice and try to find somebody that's open. Nice call for it. Good pass from Jim. And a great shot from Michelle. Now right there, Michelle, instead of kind of standing up at the blue line and waiting for that puck, be an active participant in that pass. So what I mean by that is, instead of standing there waiting for the puck, skate towards the puck. Okay, that's going to increase the time you're going to have with the puck, but it's also going to put you closer in towards goal for a better shot opportunity. Right here, we missed some marks, but Nick does a good job getting there. Again, this was a much better job overall, but we just got to react a little bit quicker. Good read from Nick. Perfect. And good shot. We just got to hit the net. Now, again, we were much better with coverage this game. We weren't perfect. We were better, and we started getting all these chances. Okay, Rico, great pass to Nick in the high slot. We just got to put that one away. Okay, those are the kind of things I'm talking about with you guys, right? Playing heads-up hockey, having our eyes up the ice instead of looking down at the puck. Okay, good support from Michelle. But this D is getting too much time. One thing we need to start doing is taking away time and space from the attackers. Because when anybody has time, when anybody has space, they'll be good. They're going to be a good player. Okay, numbers are even here, so we're fine. Right here, we got Jim and Rico on the same side, though. Okay, so who's covering that player right there? Right, these are the things that we need to start seeing. Okay, Rico ends up having to come all the way over because we have two forwards caught on the same side. And that's where taking away time and space through positioning is important. If we stayed spread out forwards, that D over there is not going to have that much time. And again, we all got sucked over. That D has lots of time and space, and they have an easy offensive zone entry. Okay, who's pressuring here? So we get Michelle. Nick does the right thing, sliding down. See, now everything's accounted for here, right? We took away time and space in that scenario, and now we're going the other way. All right there, Rico, you just anticipated a little too much. Be a little more patient. Once that pass is definitely made, then you can go. Good take by Nick. Now here we have a cycle chance. Okay, but Rico and Jim stay in the middle. Again, not a bad play to throw it to the net, Nick. But we want to make sure we're getting somebody supporting Nick down in the corner to allow Nick to move up the boards like we demonstrated through the cycles this past Wednesday, the 10th, I believe it was. Okay, we have numbers back. Rico does the right thing, picking up the high slot. Perfect, right? We had everybody accounted for, and nothing came out of it. An easy save for the goalie from that D. But here, we're getting sucked down now. That's where we're starting to panic and run around off these rebounds. Nothing changes. If there's a rebound, find somebody, lock them up, take their stick out of the equation. That way they can't tap it in. Again, giving them too much time and space, they're going to make a play. They move it away from pressure, and now the breakout's even easier. Now, one thing their D is doing that we're not, which is giving their team a little more success on occasion, is their D are moving it D to D between each other, away from pressure. That's not something that this line is doing a lot of at the moment. Don't get me wrong, we're doing much better in other areas, and that's great to see. But we want to start getting to the point where we're playing complete hockey in every zone and every aspect. Right here, be an option, Michelle, right? You can't really get that pass because there's a defender blocking you. So be active, Michelle, and move to an open area of the ice. Okay, good. Everything's fine here. We have our triangle. Not a bad attempt. Now we have to start coming back. Good job from Michelle here. Rico's locking up on her guy. But right now we need someone covering the point. Okay. Everything was perfect down low. Rico went with the trailer. But then the other two forwards weren't calling out that strong side D. Remember, the strong side is always going to take precedent over the weak side. But the middle is always going to take precedent over everything else. So Again, oh, nice little play. So again, we had a good setup. So let's rewind back because I was in a different thought. But if we rewind back a few seconds, we see Jim on the half wall, move it down to Rico, and then cut to the middle. And Rico gives him a good pass. Again, very well executed. Again, those are the things that we want to see more of on a consistent basis. Right here, we have 4 white jerseys down low. Okay, there's a D unaccounted for. Time and space, like way too much time and space. And then finally someone decides to come out, but luckily they blew the whistle. Boom, now we're getting that D to D puck movement I'm talking about. That pass just has to be a little better, Justin. That's all. So if we rewind back to that clip, you see we have tons of open forwards now because we're moving the puck between ourselves, D. Again, everyone's accounted for right here. Perfect. Okay, not bad. Again, Justin, those are dangerous passes. If we got nothing, we're going high and out. Now on this one, Jim, I talked to you about it. You dug yourself a hole by attacking that near side post and waiting. You made the decision for that goalie. Get more towards the middle of the net, and that's going to give yourself a more advantageous position to exploit angles. Whoever's got the better angle between the goalie and the shooter is going to score or make the save. It depends. A little more patience there, Michelle. Use the boards instead of throwing it up. Have your stick down, Nick. Stick down. If you had it down, you catch that pass. Same with you. Actually, a lot of you guys have your sticks up in the air. That's not really something I pointed out so far. But let's keep our sticks down. Simple things, just like that. Keeping the sticks down is going to help you catch passes a hell of a lot quicker. But overall, again, much better this game. This video, we spent a lot more time in the offensive zone. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the videos with the goals. There's a lot I have to go through, but we scored 2 goals this game. Let's continue that trend. Nice work, guys.